Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome to the start of a brand new Minecraft Modpack Let's Play. This is StoneBlock, which is like Skyblock, but underground, so not like Skyblock at all, except for the fact that you start off with absolutely nothing but stone all around you and your bare hands, and I think maybe a quest book of some kind. If you want to play along, I'll throw a link in the description to the Twitch launcher, which is where you download the pack. I should also note, as we go in here and start a new world, let's create a new world, we'll just call it LP, and I don't think we need to include any other information, so let's just hop right in. I'm also using the Sphax texture pack with a special patch that has all of the modded textures, and I'll link to those in the description as well. If you don't see them in the description, look again, but then let me know, because it means that in my haste to upload the video, I neglected to properly format the description. I might have accidentally left it out, but hopefully I'll remember to put it in there. I'm usually pretty good about that. Oh great, we're on fire! And we're in the sky. It's a beautiful day here in Minecraft. All right, here we go. So we did start with a better questing. It looks like a Game Boy, but it's the original Game Boy. It's not even a Game Boy Color. My goodness, here we go. StoneBlock. This is exciting. So I suppose what we want to do first is go to quests, and we have a bunch of different quests to choose from. Oh, it's got Project E. Oh, that is fantastic. I love this mod. This is fantastic stuff. Chronic Evolution, I'm a little bit familiar with. Storage, Mystical Agriculture, good stuff. Power Generation. Oh my goodness, what is this? The Rainbow Generator. Oh, that's something to work toward, I suppose. We also have solar panels, solar arrays, reactors, and then we have the start of a stone block. So to start, pebbles are obtained by breaking stone with an empty hand, and we need to get 16 of them. Seems basic enough. I guess we just start smashing stones. Yep, there we go. It looks like we get... Oh, you do have to use an open hand. Make sure you're not holding anything. That could have been disastrous if I'd accidentally broken that. I think we get, pretty consistently, we get 2 stone, what are these, stone pebbles per block broken. So it looks like this is going to take me a little while, but not too long. And what did the game want? It wanted, I believe, 16 of them? That should be it right there. Oh, look at that. We've done it. Okay, great. Well, I've got 2 extras. Hope the pack doesn't mind. We can claim a reward, so it looks like we got a loot chest. And then we can check out our next quest, which is to build a stone crafting table. Pebbles becomes cobblestone, which becomes a stone craft. Okay. I bet you I already know how that's going to go. Let's see what's in this chest. We got some flask of magmaskin. I don't know what that is, but okay, it's fire resistance. That's good. Sweet. I'm sure that'll come in handy at some point. Let's just tuck it away up here for now. And in the meantime, I bet this is how we make cobblestone. Yep. And then I bet you can turn cobblestone into the cobblestone crafting table. That was pretty straightforward. We'll plop that sucker down, and we'll head back in here to claim yet another reward. And what is next on the docket? Dirt can be obtained by breaking blocks with a hammer. Craft a stone hammer and start smashing. Okay. Stone can become cobblestone, can become gravel, dirt, sand, dust. Very common progression there. Very ex nihilo. I think... Let's see. Okay, we do have... It looks like JEI or NEI. I'm not sure which one of these it is, but how do you make a hammer without sticks? Because we don't have any sticks. Of course, you just make a stone rod, which is 3 cobblestone in a row creates a stone rod. All right, that seems pretty basic. And then 2 stone rods will create a piece. Okay, now, can I make a pickaxe like that? Because that would be a lot faster than having to collect pebbles. Yeah, so I'm seeing sticks, but I'm not seeing rods. So perhaps we cannot build a cobblestone with stone rods just yet. Darn it, because that means that we're going to have to do a bunch of punching. Oh, but first we should probably see what's inside of our loot chest. Oh, cool, speed upgrades. Not super handy, but could be useful. I'm going to move my 1 torch here, oh gosh, into the middle of the room. So hopefully it lights the area up a little bit better. I think that's centered. There we go. Yeah, we don't have so many dark patches. Okay, so I now have 52 stone pebbles, which will give me 13 cobblestone, which is enough to be getting along with here. That'll give us... Oh, cool, that recipe. So 3 cobblestone does give you 2 stone tool rods. That's handy, and then that'll give us a stone hammer. And now we can start breaking the cobblestone. Well, that's just giving us cobblestone. I thought that we were supposed to... Oh, of course! Of course! Breaking stone with a hammer would give you cobblestone. But then we can put the cobblestone back down, I suppose. And that will give us... What was it? Dirt, I think was the progression? Let's see. This should give us dirt. Nope, that gives us gravel. But then gravel, that'll give us dirt, which should then give us sand, which should then give us dust, which is not what we needed. What we actually needed was the dirt, 10 pieces of dirt. Ooh, I just remembered that this pack does have the ore excavator mod. So there's a grave key. That's the key that's below the escape key, but above the tab key on your keyboard. If you hold that down while you break something with a tool, there you go. It breaks it all in one go. That is very handy. I thought I put down more cobblestone than that. I guess I counted incorrectly, but that is an incredibly useful mod. And I think there's even a key that'll let you choose to break things down differently. I don't think it's assigned, though. Hold on a second. So if we just go into Options, Controls, and scroll on down to the O section, I think we just passed Ore Excavation. I've already reconfigured my buttons. This one had nothing set, and then this was set to the grave key. I changed it to mouse buttons 4 and 5 on my mouse because I have buttons there by my thumb. That just makes things a little bit easier. But this button right here, this Shape Toggle Edit Control, this one is incredibly useful because it allows you to not only excavate an entire row of blocks of a single kind, but you can also choose to excavate, let's say, in a 3x3 chunk while you're holding down the key. I didn't do it right, but if you're holding down the key, well, that still didn't work. What am I doing wrong? Okay. Maybe ignore my advice. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here. That's actually probably the case, yeah. Nah, hold on. We're going to try this again. So if I have a 3x3 here, and then we add this extra piece off to one side, right? And then I break it while holding down the, let's set it to like 3x3. Okay, kind of worked the way I thought it would. All right, that gives us all the dirt that we needed, I believe, to, yep, complete our quest. Very good work, everyone. Get another loot crate. Keep going. Create a stone crook. Crooks are useful for obtaining different resources by breaking blocks with them. So a stone crook, if we look up that recipe, I think we could probably just type in crook. I'm not a crook. It's just a hook of cobblestone. Let's see, before I go collect more... Oh, we have plenty of cobblestone to do that. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll have 2 loot crates that we can look through. Oh, goodness gracious, that got out of control fast. I just got cobblestone going everywhere. So let's claim our next reward, and then the next quest is going to be saplings. Vanilla saplings are obtained by breaking dirt with a crook. Okay, alright, well, let's see what's in our loot crates. We've got a ton of long-range viaducts. I don't know what those are, but okay. And we've also got a diamond shield. Hey, now that is useful. We don't have any monsters right now to deal with, but still handy. So we'll go ahead and put down all of our dirt, and we will crook it with our crook. I guess that's the term. I guess you crook things. Oh yeah, look at that. We got ourselves a sapling. And if we set our grave key to none, like that, and then we hold down... I keep saying grave key. I don't have it set to the grave key, but, you know, you might at home. Cool, we've got a whole selection of saplings now. That is nice. I'm going to clear out a big space using my hammer. I wonder if we could just do this. No. I was trying to grave mine the entire stone structure, but that's not working. Grave mine. That is not... I was trying to ore excavate. Oh, man, I keep getting the key that is used by default and the name of the mod mixed up. That's embarrassing. That's going on the internet now. It's going to be on there forever. My children are going to listen to this. They're going to find it, and they're going to go, Dad, why are you an idiot? What do you think? There's no such thing as a grave mod, Dad. Jeez, why are you so embarrassing? And then I'll say, I don't know. Let's watch the Star Wars. And they'll be like, Star Wars is for nerds, Dad. Because my kids are, I guess, going to be cool and popular, unlike their dad. Nah, I'm not looking forward to that. So, of course, I used up all of our dirt, so I'll have to create a new piece of dirt in order to plant one of these saplings. And let's go with we'll just go with spruce. It's a nice color, spruce. I dig it. I hope that that's enough space for it to grow. I'm not sure. Maybe if we checked in here, it wants me to get, 4 of every kind. Right, so we're going to be doing this for a while, aren't we? All right, so that took a little while, but I finally got all of these saplings we needed. And in fact, I've got a wide variety of saplings now. The spruce sapling still has not grown, sadly, but let's see what we got in our loot crate. Black bow tie, red ribbons, engineer goggles. I don't know what any of those things are, but okay. I want to try something. I don't know if this is going to work, but okay. I was trying to create a chest. I'm not sure how we do that. We probably have to wait for a tree to grow. I guess there is no stone chest, unfortunately. Still waiting on the tree to grow. Do we have any extra dirt? We don't. I was going to say, we might go ahead and plant a variety of trees, but let's see what's next up in the Game Boy. It is telling me to... Floral fertilizer is used to obtain botania flowers. Right-click it on grass. Can't do that yet. We don't have any of that sort of thing. Oh, look at that. There's even a story. Okay. All right. Get some. All right. I understand. I see what you're saying. Can I twerk next to a tree to make it grow faster? Oh, hot dog. Here we go. This is what we've been needing to do. This isn't working. I wonder if it's because there's not enough room. Maybe we shouldn't use a spruce sapling. They grow really tall, don't they? We should use a regular old oak sapling because they can grow in a variety of shapes and sizes, and they look peculiar sometimes. And there we go. Goodness gracious. Well, can I break wood with my bare hand? Looks like I can, but it's going to take a while. Can I break it? Can I break? Oh, you know what? I just realized I 100% can crook leaves. Of course you can. I've done it in every Sky Factory pack ever made to get silkworms. Look at that. Silkworms, apples, saplings, and we don't have to do them one at a time. We can just ore excavate them. Very handy. Can you use stone to ore excavate wood if you hold down the grape? You totally can. Good. I need to build proper tools for this process, though. We're going to throw down another oak sapling. And in the meantime, let's create a chest. Now, I think the game just wanted me to create some oak. Is that what it wanted me to do? Just create a bit of wood in order to progress? Is that what you wanted from me? You wanted 16. I can do that. I can totally do that. Are you happy now? Are you... You're not happy? Oh, you wanted oak wood, not planks. I'm sorry. I'm skipping ahead a bit. I'm going to skip ahead to the part where I get a chest and can get some of this nonsense out of my inventory. You'll notice that the pack didn't cheer me on just then, though. Like, it's not even happy about what's just happened. I guess you have to do things one step at a time here. I bypassed the natural order of things by skipping from wood to chest. I wonder if we're going to have to pick that chest back up again. All right, let's bring down another tree. There we go. Something else I wanted to try very quickly is what happens if we use a hammer. I think I've used up 2 hammers now, so we're already on to hammer number 3. What happens if we use that on the tree? Because I know in some flavors of Sky Factory, it gives you, sawdust. Now, I don't know if that has... or wood chippings, I suppose, in this case. Does that have any uses? Oh, we can use it to make paper if we had some water. Or we could use it to make paper without water. Huh? Wait, what? Why would we use 4 wood chippings and some water to create paper when we could just use 3 wood chippings by themselves? We can create cardboard. Okay, we can do all kinds of things. What is this here? Phytogrow? Interesting. We can compost it to get dirt, which is handy, but we have a better way of getting dirt right now. So I want to test the paper. I know we don't need paper, but yeah, the recipe works. I don't get that other recipe. I don't understand why it exists. We're not going to continue to chop it down, though, with the hammer, though, because... well, yeah, that wouldn't make any sense, would it? But we can just hold this piece of wood. And then through the magic of ore excavation, cut down the remaining blocks of wood with a block of wood. Oh, and all of the saplings come tumbling down. All the saplings come tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. And after many, many squats, I think I've got enough wood now to complete that little quest. And... oh... had to give it a second there. Claim our reward, and now we can move on to storage. Yeah, it's not happy with me for not going in its proper order. We've really messed things up there, but we can fix that very quickly. We can just make another chest, and there. Now we have a double wide chest, and we've completed yet another quest. Claim another reward, and we can move on to Tinker's Construct and String. Silkworms drop from leaves. Okay, I know exactly how to do that. So when we're crooking those leaves, we get silkworms. If we grow a tree now, and we put the silkworms inside of it, they will spread, infest the leaves, and begin spinning silk. Now, silk is not string, but don't tell Modpack developers that. They'll ruin this fun trick. There we go. We'll just give those little worms some time to do their thing. Fortunately, we've gotten some plum peaches, delicious, and some apples, which are not as nutritious, it appears, as well as whatever this thing is. Is this a pear? It's a plump pear. That's good. Let's see what is inside of our loot chests. We got some mana steel. Okay, right on. And some epic bacon. Cool. I like bacon. I like things that are epic. I'm sure epic bacon is great in its own way. I just realized we have more silkworms, but we're going to leave those in there because it looks like these are doing the job just fine on their own. Once all the leaves have turned completely white, and you'll see that progress bar there at the top says done 80%. Once they're all at 100%, or I guess done, as it says, we can break the leaves and get our silk. I don't think we have to break them with a crook, but I'll go ahead and get a crook anyway. We can give it a try. So this one says done. Okay, yeah, that one dropped a bit of string, but we can go ahead and using our crook, there we go, or excavate and get a ton of string. My goodness. And then we can use a pear to tear down the tree. Pears, they're the best fruit. You can do so many things with them. You can eat them, you can make pies with them and then eat them. You can knock down trees with them, get some more loot. Did we complete 2 quests just then? No, just the one. So how do we want to progress? I guess I need to figure out how to make this fertilizer. Let's see, floral fertilizer. Is it going to be this one right there? So we're going to need bone meal, which we don't have access to, and some white powder, or I guess any kind of powder, just flowers in general. Well, before we can get that, we'll have to get some vanilla flowers. And before we can get vanilla flowers, we'll have to get some grass and some bone meal. So we're a ways off from that. Yeah, we're going to have to get a bone. No magic way to get our hands on a bone. We're just going to have to start spawning some monsters somewhere. I suppose we could build a monster spawner down here, but not sure if we're going to do that this episode. I guess what we'll focus on next, then, is the Scythe, which is going to allow us to... different resources are obtained by running dirt, gravel, sand, and dust through it with different meshes. Now, this word here, S-I-E-V-E, Scythe, makes sense to me. Sieve makes sense to other people. There's a ton of different ways that different people will pronounce this word. And if you look in the comments section right now, someone is correcting my pronunciation, saying that it's pronounced differently. And then someone else is also correcting my pronunciation, saying it's pronounced in a completely different way than the first person. I've come to the conclusion that there is no way to pronounce this word. It's not real. If you see it in the dictionary, it was added by a troll. We're going to call this a sifter moving forward because that won't irritate anyone. Well, it will, but I can't be bothered worrying about that. What's in our loot chest? Growth crystals. That is actually pretty handy. That accelerates the growth of things, if I'm not mistaken. I don't quite recall how they work, but I'll certainly look into it. In the meantime, scythes. I don't even need to look up the recipe. I'm pretty sure I just made one of these the other day. Wait a minute, I'm building a barrel. That's not what I want to do. I was about to build a barrel. Let me check my barrel recipe first off and make sure that it is the way I remember it, just in case we need to build a barrel sometime down the line. There's our barrel. We'll go ahead and make one. I don't know. We might need one later. You never know when you're going to need a good barrel. This, though, I think that this is going to require sticks and then sort of a U shape. But then maybe here we put one of these. Hey! A sifter. S-I-E-V-E sifter. Not bad. And then a mesh is going to be something like that with our string that we got. So we will throw this guy down here, throw in our mesh, check our Game Boy, claim our reward, and next up it wants me to make a crucible and then some lava. Right on. Crucible is straightforward. I don't need to look at the recipe. I'm pretty sure I remember it. I think it is the exact same thing. Not this. Get this out of here. We do that, and then this. Yeah, so it's the same as making a barrel, but you use wood instead of planks, and you still use a slab, so there we go. Got another one of those. That's useful. I'm going to show you what to do with that. We're going to fill it up with, well, you can use a variety of different things. We could probably even use pears, but what we have in excess of is saplings. So we're going to fill it up with saplings, and it's going to start breaking that sapling down into water. It's going to be extracting the nutrients from it, which is handy. Now, this guy here, what do we have to work with? We've got ourselves some sand. Let's go ahead and start sifting sand through this. Oh, okay, I've done it wrong. That was an honest mistake. How are you, do you have to shift and do this? You have to, okay, you got to look straight down at it while holding down, let's see, I'm using the right mouse button. Cannot use the left mouse button. Holding down the right mouse button will start sifting items through there. Like it said, dirt, sand, gravel, dust. I think different types will give you different things. As you can see right now, we are collecting down there bits of iron. Looks like we got some bits of aluminum. I don't know if that's where we got the cocoa beans from. We got some osmium, which is, it sounds really cool. That's a great cartoon, Osmium Jones. That was a joke, just to be clear, before I get comments. I know it's Osmosis Jones. It was a joke, not in poor taste, just in no taste at all. It wasn't funny. So these can be used to create an iron ore chunk, and those can be cooked up into a piece of iron. I don't know if that's what the game is prompting me to. Oh, of course it is, though. We have to get our water out of here using a bucket. So what is the fastest way to get iron? Let's check the recipe for this. Oh, hold on. Iron ore pieces. If we check our recipe here, it should tell us that the best way to get these, there's a 7 times at 40%? Is that what that means if we're using a flint stiffened mesh? Well, that's with a heavy scythe. We haven't built a heavy scythe. We got a regular one. With a string mesh, we're going to get a 1 at 30% using gravel. And if we had a flint, it would increase to 40%. What about using other materials? Sand gives us same situation. Yeah, okay. I do have a bit of flint. I was getting some earlier when I was breaking gravel by mistake instead of turning it into sand like I was trying to do. Let's do that. Let me show you how to make a flint stiffened mesh. A flint stiffened mesh isn't too hard to get a hold of. First things first, we need to convert all of our cobblestone into gravel. And then I think we might need to give this a quick try. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, now I've got to connect these up so they'll break. There we go. I think we can use our crook on the gravel, and that may increase the likelihood of us getting... Maybe it didn't, because I think we only got one piece for that flint, and then we got our gravel back. So maybe we don't need to use our crook at all. But 4 flint is, I think, all it takes to get a flint stiffened mesh. So I think the recipe is like this. I might be wrong, though. No, I'm not. Flint stiffened mesh. So that's going to give us slightly better odds to exchange it. How do we get that mesh out? I don't know. Can we just right-click this one in? Can we get this mesh out? There's got to be a way. Oh, I suppose we have the resources. I can just create another one of these. And now we'll have a string one, and we'll have a flint one. What's the benefit? There isn't one. Let's run the gravel through here, and we'll get ourselves a bit more iron. Okay, I forgot that we had a loot chest that we need to check. Whoa! 464K storage disks! That's incredibly useful, but not anytime soon. We'll store them away in here with the other items that I'm currently not using. Looks like we have a full bucket of water ready to be extracted from there. So I'm going to create a furnace. There we go. And we're going to use the furnace. I think 2 sticks is what we're going to need for this. 2 sticks should cut up long enough to create oh my gosh, look, I got an actual piece of coal. Well, I was going to use 2 sticks to make a single piece of cobblestone, or make a single piece of charcoal, I should say, and then use the charcoal to make 8 more charcoal, but this works just as well. So while that's cooking up charcoal, I'm going to come back over here and just make another furnace. Furnaces are cheap and easy, so we can make as many of them as we want and get a lot of things done. We should have now enough iron to create 1, 2. All right, that's just enough iron right there once we cook it up. And this is going to be a bit of a waste of a charcoal piece, so can we create... Aha! So a single piece of charcoal will cook up 8 items, but if you're only cooking up 1 item, that's a waste of charcoal. Fortunately, you can break it down to tiny charcoal. Each piece of tiny charcoal... I can't talk. Each piece will cook up a single item, so that's great if you want to save on your resources. That gave us a book. Actually, additions. Okay, fantastic. What is my actual goal right now? I did this one. I forgot to check it. What's it asking me to do next? Water and lava generation. Okay, great. We're working on the water one. Any second now, this will be done cooking up, and we can get our first bit of water out of there. Something we might want to consider is making an infinite water source, which means we're going to need to put some more of our oak saplings into this crucible, so that we can get some more water. We're going to need 2 blocks. There we go. We got our 3 iron. Assemble them like so. Get our bucket of water and then fill this thing back up. And claim ourselves another reward from the old Game Boy here. Awesome. Now, that's unlocked clay. My goodness, there's so much to do. So many things that we can do. I don't know how long I've been recording, though. Okay, so we got some lithium dust. Not useful. Some more epic bacon. Possibly useful. Can I eat epic bacon? It's bacon. One would hope. We'll put our first bit of water down there. And in a second, we'll extract more. Put it down on that side. And then it should keep the middle bit always full of water. Now, I was going to build more scythes because I think you can put 2 scythes next to each other with the same meshes and do essentially double the workload. I guess the fastest way we can test that is to take our string, line it up like that. I like how it floats above. That looks pretty nifty. Haven't figured out how to... silk mesh? Did we not complete that one before? Maybe I must have gotten ahead of the game earlier. Now I realized that was something that we were supposed to do later. We got another reward for it, though. Hold on. Now, just a minute here. What is that right there that I see? Flint mesh. I've done it. How do I get it out of there? What's in here? Oh, some more speed upgrades. That's good. Put those inside. Can I break this? Well, you're supposed to be able to, I think, like shift click or something and get that back out, but it's not working. Let's just bare hand break it and see if it splits into its different pieces. It did. Okay. And now the flint mesh quest has been completed. That's the easiest reward ever. Okay, and next up it wants me to make an iron one, which I suppose we could do if we kept sifting. But first I want to try throwing that down. Another string mesh, and then what do I have that I can sift? I don't have anything. In that case, let's create some gravel. Just real fast, we'll create 4 pieces of gravel for testing purposes here. And let's see if this works. It does! Okay, so I think you can make up to a 5x5 grid and sift 25 things at a time, which is pretty handy. Or you can create a heavy sieve, which we looked at earlier by mistake. It's not a complicated recipe. You have to create a heavy mesh for it, of course. But then you can sift compressed items. So, for example, if you had 9 cobblestone, you could create a compressed cobblestone, or you could create compressed gravel and then run the compressed gravel through your sieves, and it's a little bit more it's a little bit less resource intensive doing it like that as opposed to making, 25 silk meshes and 25 sieves. And of course you can have a variety of different types, so you wouldn't need a set of 25 silk meshes and 25 sieves and then 25 iron meshes. You get what I'm saying. But our water is done now, so we have our infinite source ready to go. Great. And next up, this actually wants us to continue making iron mesh. It wants me to create clay. We can go ahead and do clay right now. I think clay, where's that barrel that I built earlier by mistake? It's right there. You can probably do this in the crucible as well, but the way we're going to do it is we're going to put our water inside of there, and then we're going to get our cobblestone, and we're going to turn that into gravel, which we're going to... Wait a minute. Didn't we already make some dust earlier? We did. We can just right-click that into there, and we got ourselves some clay, which you can then put down and break and get yourself some little clay pieces. How about that? The game is not satisfied, though. The game wants more clay than that. Game, how much clay do you want? You want 3 clay? That's absurd. I didn't mean to pause the game just then. Let's get our clay block back and just create some more clay, I guess. All right, so this is where having this infinite water source is going to come into handy, because otherwise you need to wait time and again for the crucible to break down your... Oh, good. Another tree has grown. To break down all of your lumber. We could probably start making tools like pickaxes and regular axes now, which could come in handy. But let's collect yet another loot crate. And from there, I guess we can go into lava generation, or we can continue to work on this stuff, or a mob farm. We can build a mob farm maybe next episode. I tell you what, I think what we're going to do is we're going to find out what's inside of this loot crate. Oh yeah, we got some upgrade speed magical. Don't know how that varies from a regular one, except for the magical bit, but okay. I suppose I'll have to read about it. What I'm going to go ahead and do is expand the area a bit and continue to farm resources. And when we come back, I think we'll make a monster spawner. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!